All right, everyone, welcome back. Today we have a very exciting interview today with a crypto media team, crypto YouTuber. These guys scale brands. We're going to be talking about DeSci, Noble Blocks, creating content, everything. Before we get into it, do you guys all want to introduce yourselves and everything?
Yeah, I'm Hamza.
I'm
Yeah,
Megan.
I'm Arsan. Nice to meet you guys.
Perfect.
cool. Yeah, and you guys want to talk about what you do and everything as Hamza, you can start.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so my name is Hamza. I've been doing social media since I was 13 years old. I've had a huge passion for it. I've grown a bunch of brands since I was 13 years old. About a year ago, I said, you know what, I'm going to create my own brand. Within 11 months to a year, I grew to 2.5 million followers across all platforms. And I really am very deep into all types of niches in social media. So my friend here, Ursula, and we basically have a marketing agency together. We basically grow brands, we do merch, and we also do websites. So we're like, okay, let's do something with crypto related. So we basically created Cryptosity, and we basically wanted to create a platform where we can educate people about crypto. Basically, the biggest thing we realized is, so I've been in crypto for the past 8 years. I've been rugged a billion times, so I understand. But we basically wanted to give people the knowledge of just understanding crypto. As you know now that crypto is where the internet had about, I think the amount of users the internet had in 1997, that's where crypto is right now. So we're jumping, we're going really, really fast right now, right? So a lot of people are trying to learn, but they don't learn the right way, and then them getting robbed. Those are the people you hear, oh, crypto is a scam, because they don't know what they're doing essentially, right? So that's where we created Cryptosity. We want to create a page where we can show animation and basically have a good scripting where we just talk about the basics of crypto and talk about other projects, and especially DeSci. So I come from a health background. I've been a nurse for the past 7 years in the health field. The most subscribed doctors in Canada are our clients as well.
Wow.
So we're really, really connected with the healthcare field as well. And Ursula above here will tell you shortly about we're actually connected with a big stem cell company as well that we're partnered with. And they're really deep into blockchain as well. So I'll tell you about that shortly. Go ahead, Ursula.
And so Arslan Kazi, I guess you can say unemployed and self-employed for the past 12 years now at this point. I started off in the tech world. I launched in 2012 a competitor, something that's called GoDaddy today.
Ooh.
I used to have one, and I built it out to about 60,000 users. Then I got an exit within 2 years of launching that. Then I got into some more SaaS products, which were specifically designed for digital, like social media marketing. Back then, when Instagram was brand new, and was able to scale a business to 8,000 customers. Got an exit out of that. And then I decided to build a meal prep company, which was really odd because it was nothing to do with technology. But I used technology, built it out to a point where we had 45 to 50,000 meals actually manufactured and distributed across the country in Canada. I got an exit 2 months into COVID out of that business. Built another company after that in the logistics space. And after that, I decided I'm never going back to anything to do with not digital products. Then I built a company called Blank Blocks, which Hamza and myself are in this content part of the game. We're partners in that company. Blank Blocks is basically a web builder, pretty much similar to, you can call it like Go High Level for Dummies.
Okay.
Practically. It's got email marketing, it's memberships, it's got web builder, funnel builders, all the triggers, you call it, we got it. Then fast forward about 4 months ago, myself and I was in my office and somebody was pitching me some ideas, and that gentleman ended up bringing a product to me, which he was trying to sell to me, and I said, no, I'm not buying it, but I'll make you a partner and we'll make a lot of money with it. So fast forward came into a product called Alex, which is an AI voice inbound, outbound call management system. It started off as an inbound, outbound call management system. Now it's a full throttle, full blown virtual assistant, and it can do tasks to quite a few levels for basic small business owners and medium business owners. We have enterprise division in it, but we focus on the SaaS model. We're taking it to the global scale. Now, in the midst of all this, I've always done all the marketing for my businesses internally. I met Hamza a couple of years ago. I really loved what he did. I understood what he did, but I did not know how to do it. So Hamza, let's partner up. That's long story short. Now we're business partners, and we cater to all sorts of business owners that are requiring visibility, virality, and brand awareness in any space. And when I say any space, we've got clients, as Hamza said, Talking with Docs, which is one of the biggest subscribed YouTube channel. It's the biggest subscribed YouTube channel in Canada. We have clients like for doctors, yeah. And we've got a client that is a gym client that has seen over 500 million views in the last 10 months and 900% growth in their actual memberships and their personal training. We have been able to create credibility for ourselves to a point where the only EU certified tissue bank that produces stem cells, exosomes, and peptides is now officially not only our client, but also has given us rights to distribute across Canada, US, Australia, and UAE. And they already have branches in Spain, Italy, Norwegian region, and many other places that they're already selling their product and selling their solutions to. Cryptosity was something that Hamza came to me and was like, I'm doing this. And I looked at it, I'm like, okay, this is really, really cool because I've been run once and I made some money in crypto, but I've been run once. And Hamza's like, don't ever do this again. So I've been kind of like under his wing in the concept of crypto and blockchain. And when it comes to the conventional marketing, product sales, revenue models, all that kind of stuff, that's something that I specialize in, and that's what I consult in. And here we are.
Yeah. Megan, you would like to talk about yourself?
Yeah. So I don't have a tech background or marketing business at all. My background actually started in the fitness and health promotion side of things. I spent a lot of years bodybuilding and also as a teacher's assistant. Then I went into firefighting, and then I went back into corporate fitness. And now, after all those years, I actually came over to the marketing business. I'm the project manager for Blank Blocks. So it started off as just Blank Blocks, and then really, really quickly we grew into like an agency where now I oversee all of the projects that are going on. So I don't have a tech, I'm learning a lot about this whole industry, about crypto. But you always need a background, like a backbone to help the whole team flourish. And my skills is in, just client relations and building team relationships. So that's my expertise, and that's what I'm doing. I help everybody organize their whole lives because it can get very, very chaotic.
Yeah,
we would be nowhere without her in the last 4 months. I'll tell you that much.
That's awesome. You guys actually have like an all-star team. You guys' resumes are all super impressive. The first thing I kind of, I think we should talk about or give some advice about is, like you guys, so you have a plaque up there. Hamza, you got a plaque. Megan, you're missing your plaque. You should probably have a plaque in the back. But
Soon, maybe.
What are some, I guess, I've been doing content for, 4 years now. You guys are way better than me at it. I'm honestly like, I'm not good at content. I kind of.
What are you talking about, bro? You're the best.
I just post a lot, and I've been around kind of a while, and I was there through the bear market, so I feel like I have some skin in the game, and that's why some people listen to me, and I'm involved in the industry, whatever. But I feel like my content isn't like that great. I don't know. It's kind of shit posting,
No, Aaron. I found that I was looking historically during the bear market. Any crypto influencer, they do mid, and then as soon as it's a bull run, everything you guys post is like 20 times higher in views. So I think you're about to go there right now in the next couple of months.
Yeah, so I'll tell you, I actually started in the last bull market. So I started in January of 2021. So that was right when crypto started to explode. And I hopped on TikTok, like literally just, not trying to get views. Just my first videos were absolutely horrible. I didn't know what I was doing. And then I somehow, in like my first 10 videos somewhere, I had one video that was on SNDL, the stock. If you don't remember the weed marijuana stock that popped off. But I made a video about it. Some reason went viral. I made another one, not viral, but I gained a lot of followers off it. Then I made another one. I gained a lot of followers. So I was like, shoot, I have some momentum. But I do know what you're saying. The thing was, last bull market was, I was basically like kind of a joker on there. I wasn't taking it seriously. I wasn't trying to make money. I was kind of just like, ha, 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 let's see if I can get some views. But, yeah, you are completely right, though. I think, I was, telling you, in DMs, like, you guys are in the right spot, like trying to do DeSci and crypto and everything, especially DeSci, which, we can get into in a little bit. But first thing I want to ask you guys is like, what are some basic crypto like content tips? You know, you don't have to give up the secrets because I know you guys got a little secrets, but what are some basic tips you can give to somebody who's like, hey, I want to grow a following in, you know, the next, you know, year, a couple of years or whatever?
Okay, honestly, we've noticed this for all our clients. And the recipe to grow fast on social media, and it sounds kind of bad, is don't try to be unique. In the beginning, I would suggest the first 2 to 3 months, do not try to be unique at all. Try to create evergreen content, right? Create that. If you want to really, really grow a following fast, you could be unique, but your following will grow very slowly, right? Because it's gonna be like you're gonna attack a target niche, right? But if that niche isn't big enough, then you won't be able to fully expand. So what I'm trying to say is like, okay, yeah, crypto's a niche, right? But if I'm creating like just fully like very, very like specific content about like a specific like say NFT project or something small, it will not get the same amount of traction as if I created some evergreen content. So if I started creating content about like what is Bitcoin or what is the bull run or like what is altcoin season, just very like general related content to speak to the general public, and then have it properly scripted, I would gain a good amount of following. And then once I gain a good amount of following, then I would start creating more niche content. And then what that niche content would do is it would bring brand deals, it would get more awareness to certain things. So even with niche content, if you start off the niche content with something with a very broad hook, so a virality is very easy. Keeping it broad but specific, and then going to the interest peak when you go to the second part of the hook, you want to be very specific, and that's how you consistently get views, right? So if you look at like Patrick, for example, when Patrick was creating content about like very general stuff going on in like science, he would get more views. But when you would niche down, like very, 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 very niche down, it would get less views. But there's nothing wrong with getting less views. It's that with less views, you probably get more clientele, or you target a specific audience, but you won't go as fast. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, you're talking about the evergreen thing. I completely agree. I think some people, they hop on and they think, you know, to be able to ship post and people for actually care about you, you kind of have to either be like super, super funny, which basically nobody is. Like 90.9 people are just not funny enough to ship post off the bat and get views. You really have to have like some sort of credibility or skin in the game or whatever. But you did bring up some good points. What I did in 2021, now that I think back on this, what I would literally do is, you know, Mason Versalis, by any chance? He's like a big TikTok guy, has like 1 million.
Is he the one that talks about like...
He talks about DeSci every now and then.
Okay.
He talked about Noble at the beginning. When it first
I know Mason.
Yeah. So I would go back in 2021. I would go on his page because he was the leading TikTok. I would just see his biggest video of the day, and I would just literally copy it. You know, and it would always do good. It would always give like a couple fraction. Like if he did a video on like, I remember he did one on like CNN reported something. I did the same exact video and it got like, you know, 200K views. His got 1 million, but like it consistently worked where if I was just doing whatever was kind of the big hot video, but another one, of course, once again, it's like, you know, it's, you know, engagement farming kind of to a degree because you're taking that strategy. I don't do it anymore, but that was kind of a tip I'm giving out myself on how to get views, I guess.
Yeah, like even Mason, for example, if you hear him talk in his hook, he'll say something very general but negative. It's like a negative hook, and then he'll go niche down. So his videos get a lot of views. Okay, you remember last moment when Safe Moon was blowing up?
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
And then so he made a reaction video, and it was a trust wallet thing, and it had the guy had like there's like 5 guys that had like 10 million views. You know what video I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know, I remember.
And that video went viral. It's because he had a visual hook there, right? So I think with just creating crypto content, man, you could get a lot of. Okay, for example, Cryptosity, we posted a video about 5 days ago. It was our 3rd video. It has 100K views on TikTok right now, right? The reason that video went viral, you have to think about it very think about it, right? So it's about DeSci and AI, but no one gives a like right now. A lot of people don't even know what DeSci is. We're trying to get them to understand
for sure.
DeSci, right? So how did that video get 100K views, and how did it correlate to DeSci? We started the video off with an evergreen hook. How to become a millionaire in crypto, and then we gave a testimony about how someone became a billionaire in crypto, and then we related that to DeSci and into AI. So then that video got 100,000 views, and more people understood what DeSci was after that, right? So definitely, I'm very confident with the content that we create and the scripting strategy that we have. We'll be able to go Cryptosity to 100K in the next month or 2 very easily.
Yeah, for sure. And I think another thing you talked about, which when you said, just talking about a certain niche, I think Patrick's the best example because he had been talking about a niche. I mean, Patrick recently just kind of blew up because of the whole CZ tweeting about and everything. But he's been talking about DeSci for, since the bear market and was getting like no views, because nobody cared about DeSci. So I think also if you do hit right on a small niche and it blows up like DeSci, like I think Patrick's going to blow up in this next year, like completely blow up. It's going to be easy. So for him. So there is some kind of like staying power if you do kind of keep talking about something while nobody's talking about it. Like Patrick's going to have a ridiculous amount of credibility, I think, in the next year that's going to gain.
He's been great. He does live streaming all the time. He's posting every day, posting across all platforms. He was in the DeSci niche before anyone else was, and during the bear market as well. So it's going to pay off for him, and that's what we plan on doing it with Cryptosity as well. Is like we're going to start to target the DeSci narrative as well too. I think it's a huge narrative, and I think that should be our biggest approach as well too in terms of going to the future.
Yeah, I want to jump in on this, Aaron. I'm pretty confident I'm probably the oldest dog in this room, oldest person in this room. I've had the privilege of working with over give or take about 500 companies in my last 20 years of being in business or in some shape or form consulting. I always say this. Even a religion started with one person. You just got to keep talking about it.
Yeah.
You just got to keep conveying the message, and you can build a community behind it, right? So it's the same concept. You do the work, you put in the work, you put in the effort, you do the right strategic partnerships, you create the right revenue models, and eventually it will blow up when the time comes.
Yeah. Now that you guys speak about doing consulting, you guys should definitely be consulting, Delaware. I keep trying to give Delaware tips on doing the social media. It's tough sometimes. It looks
Delaware is the founder of Noble Blocks.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Okay, cool.
So Delaware's on the back end. So, bro, you were part of a bunch of what other crypto projects are you part of?
Yeah. So my main job is I work for KongSwap. So I run the marketing for KongSwap.
You work for KongSwap, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. And then I'm advisor for Noble Blocks, and then I also help out this other project in ICP that's just building basically like, we have a pump fund for ICP coming out like hopefully in the next week. And then we have like basically the Trojan / bonk bot of ICP, basically taking stuff that works on other chains, putting on ICP. So it's called Pack of Labs. So that's kind of like my main stuff. With DeSci, so I'll talk about my involvement in DeSci. I've talked about this in a video before, but I met Delroy actually before Patrick did in the bear market. So interestingly enough, so Delroy, so you guys know this, Noble Blocks is built on ICP, the tokens on ETH, whatever. I'm like the ICP guy, whatever. So I was doing copywriting for all the ICP projects in the bear market. That was like the way I was making money, whatever, and kind of how I first started to make money. So I DM'd Delroy and I'm like, yo, do you want copywriting or whatever? So we hopped on a call. It never ended up happening, but I got to meet him in the bear market. And then a couple months later, so this was in 2023, then Patrick, I met Patrick in the bear market as well. Patrick was like the DeSci guy, whatever. But then a couple months later, Patrick's like, yo, I'm an advisor of the project. Do you want to come on and be an advisor? Delroy wanted me to be an advisor or whatever. And I was like, fuck yeah. Because I'll be honest, like I say this a million times, like I'm not like a passionate about science like Patrick is, but I also, I support Patrick and Delroy, what they're doing and everything, and, helping out on some other things that are obviously not science related because, on the team, you need more people than just a bunch of scientists. Because that was one of the main... Yeah, and I think one of the main things we saw in DeSci in the beginning was, there was a lot of really strong projects, but their marketing and the messaging was pretty good, which is pretty bad, I meant. The messaging just wasn't really there. And of course, it's CZ and all these guys have stepped up to be the main KOLs and everything. But I think what you guys are doing at Crypto Curiosity, if you guys could speak about a little bit with DeSci and messaging and everything, how do you guys plan to basically, because I think you guys are definitely going to blow up. I looked at your page and everything, and I'm like, wow, these videos are very, very good. But what is your guys' plan to kind of help out the messaging for DeSci / brand, whatever? What do you guys got cooking for that?
Yeah, we've already posted 2 videos about DeSci, and they've done pretty well, especially on X as well. We know that videos typically go viral on TikTok first, and then X comes after. X is more like consistently posting. But in terms of blowing up DeSci, we basically want to use the animation videos we use with very well done scripting to get people aware of DeSci just in general. The general public does not know what DeSci is. They don't know how the systems work in terms of real life publication, the peer review system. They don't understand anything about how anything works in terms of like just science, how things are done, and how big pharmaceutical companies and everything's centralized. It's being controlled by billion-dollar, companies. So we basically want to use Cryptosity to mainly focus on DeSci to show, like for example, what Noble Blocks and Research Coin are doing. So we'll probably create like a video about that just to educate people. But we would start off the video, as I said earlier, with a very general speaking hook, so it can get the masses watching the video, and then go on and then introduce DeSci in those videos, right? Did you see the video that we did about like how CZ and then Brian Armstrong, what's the name? Brian, the CEO of Coinbase.
Brian Armstrong, you're right.
Brian Armstrong, right? Yeah. How they're both like fully invested into DeSci and stuff, right? Mm. That alone will show people that, like, especially during the last bull run, what were these big people investing into, right? They were going to into gamification. They were going into all the other narratives, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Is we're basically gonna create videos about specific projects in the DeSci narrative. But we're going to start off the videos with a very evergreen hook so we can show people into just fully understanding it.
Also, another thing I want to add to it, Cryptosity, which is Crypto Curiosity Club, the concept behind it is creating mass amount of brand awareness, number one, and not our brand alone, but also specifically about blockchain. Here's the thing. Personally, I think we're still at a stage. In 97, I had the internet. I had a computer back then. I know how many people were online. The fact of the matter is nobody, realistically speaking, in the bigger picture, nobody really knows about blockchain to a level that they can go online and download an app and do the whole transaction, right? So the main goal behind Cryptosity is to educate people, dumbify it, simplify it. I always believe in making things simpler for people, and then you'll have the masses come after you. And the whole concept behind the educational content would be, in the next few weeks, is going to start teaching people, doing possibly workshops even online, or doing small courses, giving them the tips and tricks of what to do, how to download these things. Because a lot of the things that we're dealing with, they're not really very simple sometimes. We'll get all kinds of messaging when they're buying something. People freak out. We've seen this in our chat. People freaking out, this is happening. What do we do? Hamza is giving them one-on-one practically in the group chat. Right? Yeah. So what we want to do is simplify the crap out of it. As soon as you simplify something, you have like mass amount of adoption coming into play.
Yeah.
Right? And then we've got all the other tools that we want to put in place. We also want to like partner with certain, I guess you can say, influencers or certain people that want to actually come and talk to us about these kind of situations, and do maybe a live broadcast or even do some kind of a podcast style content where we create credibility for ourselves and for those people who might not be seen by the people that are following us, because we are going after the masses. So our goal would be to not only build our brand, but build all the brands within our brand, like any of the Noble Blocks group. Everybody in this room is invested in it. Yeah. Let's just put it that way. Everybody in this room is invested in it. Even Megan is, I am, Hamza tweaked us into it. Literally, he's like, just put this in. And I'm like, you know what? Here's my phone, do it. I'm like, here's my phone, do it. Like, Hamza, I don't want to deal with this. Literally.
I've got over 400 people by Noble, almost 400 people.
That's amazing.
And we haven't even started. Like, literally, I started looking into this space, and I'm like, Hamza, you do realize, like, if we were to, like, do some kind of a collaboration with Noble Blocks and say, okay, let me just push this, and we can take it to the conventional market, because there's a lot of people out here that don't understand what this is, right? And it's also, most of them don't care. Reality is, a lot of people won't care. They're like, oh, I'm going to triple, quadruple my money? Oh, yeah, let me just put $500 in. Right? Yeah. But we have to educate them. As soon as they put even any kind of skin in the game, $1 to 5,000, 5 million, I don't care. As soon as somebody puts money in, now they see it quadruple or double even, like, hold on, what's going on here? They're going to be curious. And if we are in that curiosity time frame, we're educating them about this space. We're actually training them. We're actually nurturing them into becoming somebody who understands the crypto world, the blockchain world, the DeSci world, how to buy and sell, what to look for, and then possibly not look for, just listen to us.
Yeah.
Basically, what we're trying to do is we're trying to avoid them getting bugged by soul memes. Okay.
Yeah.
Soul memes. Yeah, you can flex
Oh.
whatever. But we're trying to swing trade, right? We're trying to basically get them into understanding what DeSci is, because DeSci, yes, you're gonna make money, but it's very important to understand is like what you're investing into and the main purpose of it. DeSci has a huge purpose, right? Like, yes, we're all gonna make money. That's gonna happen, but understand the purpose behind DeSci. It's a huge factor, right? Like, even the clients that we're working with, they want to get into DeSci as well, create like a DeSci project, right? So we really, really understand that, man. But yeah, man, we know we've done almost 9 billion views just in the past 2 years. So we really know how to grow brands. And I know for a fact that we'll grow capacity very, very fast. We'll have a silver plaque in the next 6 months for capacity, hopefully.
For sure. Yeah, this is a sector like DeSci as a whole. I mean, I talk about it. I'm kind of off, I talked about it a bunch, and then we kind of went down. I came in the Noble group at one point because I was like, all right, God, I need to step in at the bottom. I was like, this shit's, it was a shit show in there. I didn't realize how bad it was in there. So I kind of came in and was talking about how, the amount of growth that's going to be seen in the space with, even if you're not, this is the pitch I kind of give for DeSci is I don't give the scientific pitch. I kind of give the pitch from a standpoint of we're basically just, trying to make money and how the market's going to evolve. If you have, you have guys like CZ, Brian Armstrong, and Vitalik back in the space, Brian has a project in the space. This is an obvious sector that's going to continue to grow because the major players in the sector are going to continue to pour more and more money into it. And like RSC, for example, I'm starting to talk about a lot.
Literally like the richest people in the world.
Literally, it's insane, and it's people are still not like fully
on. Bro, that's crazy.
It's like RSC is not listed on Coinbase yet. So I mean, it's looking like I always say, and it's probably one of the easiest plays in crypto right now and everything. Considering it's at under 100 million, hasn't been listed on Coinbase. It's Brian Armstrong's project. I mean, come on, it couldn't get really any easier and everything.
What do you think Noble's going to? Do you think it's going to hit 500 million or billion?
I hate price predictions. I don't know, but this is a kind of the way I feel about crypto right now is I really, for the whole entire space, I guess to answer your question simply, I don't really know. I think it could hit 500 million. It could hit a billion, or it could also just go to 100 million or 50 million. But my kind of feel and read on the entire space is right now is I know it's going to go a lot higher. I don't know how much higher because I don't know if Trump's going to come out and say the U.S. government just bought Bitcoin and all these other countries FOMO in and, the price of Bitcoin jumps to 250K, just like that. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. There's a lot. Maybe Trump isn't as bullish on Bitcoin as we all think. But I mean, he has a DeFi project, et cetera. So he probably is. He's probably gonna,
So I was gonna say, I'm kind of more curious to also pay attention. Like, I want DeSci for sure because it's something that, I'll be honest with you, I was introduced to the crypto world hard because of that. Because Hamza has been like kind of pushing everybody. But I've been doing some research on DeFi, and I'm very, very curious. I'm the money guy. I pay attention to money. So DeFi is actually something very curious, like something that is really curious. I have a lot of curiosity for, because I believe that eventually when everything gets tokenized in the finance world, there's quadrillions of dollars that are moving, like just alone. And like, if I give you a simple example, just alone Swift transactions of $6.3 billion a day. And they're missing for 5 days. A Swift transaction takes anywhere from 3 to 5 business days. That whole transaction can be converted into a 4-second deal, and somebody already has a patent on it since 2014, a big institution. That really excites me because it kind of shows proof in the pudding already.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just like we're in a really weird spot right now where we don't know how much growth there is going to be on the sector. Like, I think DeSci will do very well. I think the sector's going to grow, but I don't know how much. Like, I don't think anyone really knows, except I guess. Yeah, nobody really knows. And then DeSci, I think DeSci will take more market share in crypto.
And you know where we're at right now? Before the last bull run, where gaming coins were? All the gaming crypto coins?
Yeah, I was in them.
At this point, they were at where DeSci is right now, or even less than that. They were all like 50 million, 40 million, 30, 100 million, right? And then they went from 30, 20 million, and no one thought that much about it, to 5 billion, 10 billion market caps, right? And I have a huge feeling with CZ, Brian Armstrong, and Vitalik, and now with RFK Jr. being a part of the government, I think DeSci is about to
not a question. They want to take the big pharma head on. They're smart and dumb enough to do that.
Yeah.
Like, let's just put it that way. They're smart enough to do it, and they're also crazy enough to do it. Right? It takes two things, right?
Yeah.
Being smart and having the balls to do it is two different things.
Yeah, for sure. No, I think it's like, yeah. And DeSci as a whole, I mean, it's just such an obvious play. I mean, you know, that's the thing, I've been exposed to it. I think actually the first person I ever talked to about me was, well, I guess it was both of them, Joshua, Jake, and Patrick back in May of 2023. He was telling me about it. I remember Data Lake was like nothing. Like the sector was like nothing, basically.
I slept on Data Lake so hard, bro.
Yeah. I made money on that. I was happy. You know, when it first pumped back in December, when CZ did his original DeSci kind of hint tweet, I guess, I made money off the first pump there of Gene, Data Lake, maybe a couple others. I don't know. But yeah, I think and it's going to be interesting. You know, you talk about the gaming coins because I was in the game. I got in the mana 10 cents and then it ran to $5 last cycle. I think the gaming projects I think everything's going to pump, whatever, but I'm bearish on gaming and crypto, and I can talk about why and everything. But
you're bearish on it.
I think it's going to go up, and when I mean bearish in a bull market is like it's so difficult now because, man, ADA went up, XRP's going up. It seems like everything's going up. It seems like there's not a single coin that's not just rocketing.
Huh? XRP past Solana soon.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
What's going on, bro?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's obviously because, okay, Gensler's out, but it's like the market is so irrational at this point, and this is also kind of like another thing is the market is so irrational right now. I feel like, you know, people in 2025 need to start, you know, definitely take profits and everything. This shit is crazy. Like chill guy going to Ford, but that's not real. What is it? It's like it's a funny money economy. You know, we have chill guy going to 5 billion in one day off of TikTok, which I kind of, I guess we could kind of talk about TikTok and crypto. Where do you guys see that going and everything? Because you know,
okay, I'm deep into this actually. Deep into
I'm just talking as a legal, bro.
I don't know. My girlfriend gets mad because I'm up all night doing crypto stuff, just studying it. But she's joking. Anyways, so basically, what I think is gonna happen is I think chilling on TikTok is the thing with meme culture is that a lot of people, you'll see the good side of it where it's like everyone talking about like that one coin they hit that got to billions of dollars, and then you won't see the dark side of it where people are losing like they can't buy like 50K, 100K, 20K, whatever it is, right? So I think with TikTok, it's really fast to grow a community and it's really fast to go viral. So with TikTok, if you can properly figure out how to get into those communities before it goes viral, just like how we're doing with Noble Bots here, we're all in this community before we know it's going to take off, right? That's how I With TikTok's the same thing. You could there's a method to basically go on TikTok, filter it, and basically find what everyone is talking about as like a specific soul project, right? And then get involved in that community and be a part of that community. Because the thing is that, let's be real here, the reason people talk about a certain project is because they want to make more money. They want more people to know about it, right? So with TikTok, it's very easy to do that. I can have a really sick script, use that script, show the project, more people watch it, more people get it. Essentially, like, there's no utility sold, but this whole meme cycle thing you're talking about, I think we're going to super cycle. I think RWAs are going to take off, so XRP, Ondo, all that stuff, they're going to take off. I think DeSci is going to take off. I even think you know how I said the gaming sector is dying off? I think it's going to take off as well. Because you have to
I think everything's going to take off. It's all funny money.
Sony just bought a crypto exchange, right, for NFTs. I don't know if you heard about that. So yeah, Sony bought a crypto exchange for NFTs. So you have to answer now video games. You can have one for one like certain objects in a video game, and you could put it into the blockchain and trade it for cryptocurrency. So I think right now we are going into, remember last bull one where Bitcoin passed over like 60K, whatever it was, and no one was expecting that. I think we're going to hit a 250K Bitcoin. I think every sector that we're talking about right now is going to take off, and I think everyone's about to get in. But at the same time, I think we're also headed into a big recession coming as well too. So we gotta be like the middle ground, right? So definitely with TikTok, I think TikTok is the best platform to push memes out, fastest way to scale it. And it's a tool that a lot of influencers and people are realizing that it's going to benefit them to grow their community.
Yeah. Megan, what do you think about crypto and TikTok and everything? You haven't spoken that much in this. Like, what are your thoughts on that and everything and the kind of the trends you see going on in the crypto social media landscape?
I think that one, everything that I've learned really is from Hamza, and like because he's got the background that he does and he understands like algorithms and he follows those trends. It's really important, like when you're building like an authority for these communities, right? Because that's the biggest thing. Though I do think that, I mean, I don't understand how TikTok works. Like I'm not into social media like that. I just know that it's super important. And I know that I just, I like being on the back end and being able to like help everyone put things together. And then I just put it like, I'm like, you guys are the professionals. I'll put everything together. You do your thing. So
I have a question then, because you're kind of the different angle. I guess we have the two experts on here, and then you're kind of, you're on the back end and everything. Where are you consuming your crypto content? Like, are you consuming a lot on TikTok, on Twitter? Like, where are you consuming it?
For me, I am an OG IG person. I love
Instagram.
I know, but also TikTok too. But yeah, those are the two places that I consume the most content.
Yeah. I think, if sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, is the biggest thing a lot of people don't understand is, yes, you can get the virality through TikTok, but in order to grow a proper community, the two things you have to do is Instagram and long form on YouTube. Those are the two things that actually grow a community. Right? For a crypto project, right now what Ursula or all three of us, what we can do is we can create our own meme project easily, right? Mm-hmm. And easily, if we create it, we know how to do marketing on it. You create a meme project. Have you seen those animation pages where they're doing like animations now for specific crypto projects?
Yeah, I think so. I think I know what you're talking about.
So on Instagram right now, someone is doing that. I don't know what the name of the project is. They created some purple like mascot that's like the main character for that project, and they're creating funny animational videos about like someone in a very evergreen topic, but with that animation right now. And those videos all are averaging 10 million views on Instagram right now, right? So that's getting that page that the views that it should be getting. So I think with Instagram is more of a nurturing platform and TikTok is more of a virality platform. So with Instagram, if you can grow a community on Instagram, it's very hard. It's much easier to convert for them versus on TikTok. It's like, I would say like you could grow it, but it'd be more of a pump or dump approach because it's like fast. Right? Even with Chill Guy came out of nowhere. It was like Chill Guy wasn't just on TikTok; it was across all platforms as well. It was like, so how the algorithm works is a video. So if I'm a new creator and I'm posting like 20 pieces of content on TikTok, I'll get viral on TikTok first. But how the Instagram algorithm works is it's more of a compound approach. So if I post on Instagram and I'm posting 20 pieces of content, my videos might not go viral until my 20th video versus TikTok, our third video went viral, right? Yeah. So I know for Instagram, if we keep posting, we just need one video to go viral and then all our other videos will go viral. So it's crazy, man. Social media is crazy. I think X is going to go into that realm where TikTok is right now too. Elon's doing great things, man. With AI, we're doing so much with X. I think Elon is going to make X that one-stop shop, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and Megan, you bringing up Instagram is really interesting because I wasn't thinking about it in my brain. I did a little bit of Instagram crypto back in 21, and my pace is pretty good, to start. Not insane, but I gained like 5,000 followers in the first month, and then I got banned, and I was like, I'm not doing this, I'm done. I don't know why exactly I got banned or whatever. It might have been a video I made or something. I have no clue. But that's kind of interesting. Is there like because my kind of read on it was this, of course, for crypto, I think it's like, Twitter, TikTok, and then Telegram, if you count Telegram as a social media, are like the big three. But is there still a good market? Like, would you emphasize on Instagram? Would you say it's a priority in that box of those three?
Well, I think so. Like Hamza said, like even when I'm thinking about content that I'm consuming and the authority figures that I believe are like the best ones, you can go on TikTok, but you don't have that same feel of the community like you do on Instagram, like by far, because of just how it works, right? So you feel like more engaged. Like I just know like all the influencers that I follow on there, like I feel like I'm part of what they're trying to do. So I do feel like it has to be this like approach at the same time. because you can have things go viral, but then they're not going to listen to you unless they actually like feel like you give a shit about them, like anything, anybody. And so that's like a super important part, because we're all humans, and you know, there's still that human touch to Instagram in that sense.
Yeah, for sure.
If you think about it this way, like look at Alex Becker, for example. Like look at all these like mainstream like influencers for crypto, or just tech influencers. You'll notice that a lot of their conversions are done through long form content. That's why, like, even if you like, say I were to post a video on TikTok and it got like 10 million views, and then I posted a video on YouTube and it only got 10,000 views. That video with 10,000 views will get me more conversions than the video with the 10 million views. Because when you have long form content, more people are, and they watch it for a longer period of time, it's easier to convince them. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like Alex Becker just dropped a video about this top 10 AI coins the other day, or top 20 AI coins today. I had like 20 of my friends messaging me, "Oh, Alex Becker told me to buy this coin." They watched a 20-minute long video. Bro, just wait till Alex Becker makes a video about DeSci projects. Yeah. Everyone's going to be talking about DeSci, right? So we are really ahead of the game right now, and I think social media is great. But I just saw I was looking at your Instagram. Do you have a photo with the founder of ICP?
Yeah. Yeah,
okay, we're like really well connected with them then.
Yeah, no. So I worked for Definity. He was the one who hired me for Definity back in 23.
Okay.
Yeah, no. So I know Dom. I have a relationship with him. Whatever. So yeah, I worked for Definity back in 23 for about 6 months, and then I started working with Patrick and Lucas, and now I've kind of taken on this role with CoinSwap, which is like the DEX of ICP and everything. So yeah. I am well connected in this space, so whatever. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Like we're thinking about even eventually making videos related to ICP as well, because a lot of people don't understand the canister model. Can you explain, Ursula? Can you explain what the canister model is?
Yeah, do you know? I mean, I hate how it's called canister in the first place. That's kind of the one, yeah. And I don't know if you've noticed this, is because it's canister smart contract, but it's canister and it's the same thing as a smart contract, but it's basically, you can think about it as a supercharged smart contract. So, you know, you could technically fill a whole blockchain inside of a canister. That's possible. And a lot of other things as well. I think the main issue right now with, there's a bunch of different issues. There's a lot of really good things about ICP. You know, the reason why Delaware built Noble Blocks and Nerd Nuggets on ICP is because of the front end security and a lot of cool things you can do with ICP. It's very secure if you build your front end on it, which you can't do on any other blockchain. But one of the issues, which I think you guys could seriously help out Definity with, and I've been saying this for a while, and I think it's like very apparent and everyone knows it, is the messaging, the language is very confusing, and it's. Because that's the thing, you say, everyone in crypto knows that as a smart contract, and they call it a canister because they're trying to be different, and then they call it a canister smart contract, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that is somewhere where you could definitely, and I need to, if you guys are interested in that, I can connect you guys with Definity. So I basically, I work with them, basically. So I talk to the, people who work there all the time, et cetera. So
I think, and don't take this the wrong way.
No,
I think Definity is great. I'm super huge fan of ICP. I own 100K in ICP during the bear market as well. So huge fan. But the big thing is, I really hope this doesn't happen, is I don't want ICP to become what ADA was last bull run. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I'm
do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Right? So, if you look at, and I know ICP is not going to do that because they're really pushing out that influencer marketing as well too, which ADA wasn't. ADA had Solana had all the VCs behind it. ADA did it, right? Yeah. ICP has huge people behind it, so that's why I know when the time is right, ICP is going to push. But I really hope they do that marketing properly. Like if you look at Sui, you're a Sui guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you look at Sui, Sui's what? Huge. Is it the fastest growing layer 1 right now?
Yeah, it's super fast.
Super fast, right? So if ICP can get on the same level of marketing like that, which I think it's on the level of doing that, I think you could go to the next level.
Yeah, for sure. I'll tell you, so for CoinSwap, the way we're basically playing is we have a lot of huge updates coming in December, and I can't talk about everything, and I can't talk about our entire game plan and everything, but our kind of thesis and everything is meet everyone where they're at. Just make it as easy as possible, to onboard people, et cetera, make it as quick as possible. Some of the things we're going to integrate in the future, et cetera, will allow people to easily come on the platform. It's going to be an easy onboarding process. Another issue with ICP has been it's been hard difficult to onboard people just by the way the apps are designed and some of the things, etc. So we're just going to make everything, everything in the future, the way we're going to build out stuff is going to be super simple, less steps. You don't need to know much, basically retard proof. You want to make everything as easy as possible to do.
So what I would do is like, okay, if say for example we made a video about Kong swap with Cryptosity,
Yeah.
we could easily make that go viral, right? Like you got to think about it realistically. With Uniswap, with PancakeSwap, what's the issue, right? So like the gas fees, just using it itself, right? So a lot of people don't understand. Like with ICP, there's what's the gas fee on Conswap if you're trading something? There's like no gas fee, right?
Yeah, it's a very minimal gas fee.
We would just say it's one of the least, like you pay nothing compared to any of the project, right? So exactly, you'd create that negative hook of the video talking about Uniswap and like because everyone has issue with Uniswap, right? And then you basically create a very evergreen and then lead it down to Kongswap. Easily, we could make a video about Kongswap go viral. It wouldn't be that hard. But the thing is that is ICP. Are you guys pushing a lot of big influencer marketing right now or no?
Yeah. Well, man, I wish I could. So with the Definity Foundation, I think they do have some influencers on payroll, not big ones, but for Kongswap, if you made it this far in the video, you should, you're probably a real one. You're 40, 50 minutes in or whatever. But we're going to be bringing on some more influencer power soon. We have a really big update on the front end that's coming. Hamza, I sent you a little sneak peek of it in the DMs.
Oh, yeah,
it's going to be fire. But after that, they're already on. But yeah, we have a big KOL who's coming on and everything. And we'd also love to work with you guys as well. I mean, you guys are, amazing and stuff. Because I'm super bullish on you guys blowing up in crypto. I think you guys will be able to do it quickly and everything. But yeah, we are in, like, I believe in KOL marketing. You know this, like, I ran, before I stepped down from it, I was running with Lucas, BCB, and Patrick Zoomer, and it was just a KOL marketing agency. And now I have a network in that, and I'm kind of bringing that over to Kongswap and everything. So yeah.
Bro, hook it up, bro. Put us a part of that network. Let's do this.
Yeah,
bro.
no, for sure, dude. Like right now, so on the KOL team for Kongswap right now, we initially went for just for some smaller guys at the beginning to kind of get them on early. So we had Patrick, Kaylee, and then Six Figs. But the new one we're having come on is really, really big. I can't say who it is because I kind of want to keep it a secret.
It's probably Jolly. What's it called? Jolly Green.
It's not Jolly Green. You know who he is. I think you know who he is. It's Ty. It's Ty. Ty Crypto.
Oh, you ain't Ty Crypto to call it?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm lagging now.
I think he froze.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was
no.
supposed to say that.
It just froze.
Bro.
Yeah. I mean, if someone's
Aaron, you had to pause as soon as you said the name. Your video just stopped.
Did it actually?
And everybody's like,
Did you
shit, somebody was listening.
Yeah, stop British as soon as he said it.
Yeah.
No, Ty is great, bro. Ty is. These guys are all really good, man. Our goal at the end of the day is obviously educating people, but I know with the knowledge that we have about social media, we can, without even our faces being in the videos, we could become one of the biggest goals. I'm very confident with what we can do is the views that we're about to get right now is any project that wants to work with us, we could create the best educational video about that project and blow it up on social media.
So, Aaron, we're building out a community back end into multiple different ways, and the educational part and everything into it. But you got to understand, background-wise, we're marketers.
Yeah.
We're business owners, okay? The whole concept behind this whole thing is to build a massive community that listens and then bring the brands in front of them, the right brands, the ones that want to work with us, the ones we believe in, the ones that believe in us, and so on and so forth, right? So if you want to put it down to the basics and, dumb proof, we're a marketing agency building a company, building a massive audience, massive following. We've done what, $2.3 million profit in the last 3 weeks in our group. Like, and
our trading, yeah, we made around $2.33 million in our.
So we're going to be using that in testimonials very quickly. I don't know if you've seen the website yet. It's not live yet.
But we don't ever take a pump or dump approach. We don't say dump.
Yeah, no. Purely educating people on good products, right? We're not going for those kind of things. We're going for utility tokens. We're going for actual credible things. We're not just
like what Rafe is doing right now, the crypto network. Dude, just wait till the crypto network gets onto DeSci. then
Yeah.
I think all these guys are about to get DeSci soon, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I definitely would love to work with you guys for Kong Swap and everything because we have a lot coming up. Like our token's doing very well. It's up 70% in the last month, and we basically paused marketing for like the past couple of weeks because we want to, we're kind of, we pause things and we have a big update that's coming. Nobody's actually, it's not the new front end's not public. So we're going to kind of come out of nowhere with the new update. And then we have a lot of other stuff coming. So we're kind of, going under the radar. And then we're going to come out with this new front end and really just take it off. But it's up 70% in the last month and we haven't really been doing much. Not that we haven't been doing much. Like we've been doing a lot behind the scenes, but publicly facing, it looks like we haven't been doing much. So yeah, I'm super bullish on Kong, but yeah,
Sure.
no, and so we've been talking about for like 54 minutes now, and I'm sure we all have stuff to do on our Sundays and all that stuff. So, what are some, I guess, are there any like last points you guys want to kind of touch up on before we wrap it up here?
Oh, man, I think all of our lives are about to change in the next couple of months. I don't know where your life is right now, but I know for a fact where we're headed. It's about to be crazy. I'm super excited to basically partner with Urslan here and create a platform where we can educate people about all crypto-related projects. I believe crypto is the future. I've been deep into crypto for the past 8 years. I was an ER nurse, and every day at work, I would talk about crypto with all my coworkers, and they all thought I was crazy. But here we are now, so let's see where we're headed, man. I'm super excited, and I know for a fact that Cryptosity is going to be one of the biggest crypto pages on social media in the next couple months.
Yeah, and because I'm going to use this for like my headline or whatever. But what is it? You went from how quickly did you do 2.5 million followers when you first started?
11 months.
11 months. Okay, wow.
Across all platforms.
Okay, 0 to 2.5 million, 11 months across platforms.
I think your YouTube was 11 months to 1 million followers, right?
Yeah, I was the fastest subscribed. I think 20th fastest subscribed YouTuber in Canada.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
I know. But when I met him, I'm like, you're not normal.
Yeah.
Aaron, but the thing is that like we've done this for every niche. Like we have
Yeah.
I know every single client after that, he's been proven it. I'm like, okay, I don't understand it, but I understand what he's doing and I respect it. And that's one of the reasons why we were like, okay, when it comes to content, me and Megan run all the back-end management and then client relations, making sure the clients pay, all that kind of stuff, right? The operation and the operations side of the business is run by us. Hamza is the executioner. He has his calendar set. Megan sorts it out and everything, and he just goes to the shoots, make sure the content is insane and great, and people just keep growing, man.
And we gotta make a clickbait thumbnail. Everyone go like this, and then like or something like that.
That's so funny. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think it's like you guys are absolutely killing it. Because I knew you were big on YouTube, but I didn't know you guys' whole background and everything. And I think you guys are definitely in the right spot for sure. Like this thing's about to take off. I think everyone's going to do well who's here and has been consistent. And yeah, I mean, DeSci of the moon, Noble Blocks on the moon. Let's get it. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Megan, do you have any last thoughts?
No, I'm really excited to just be in this space. I feel like as somebody who didn't really understand technology and I was like really resistant to even like AI and like all, like just in general, but you just realize that if you don't hop on, like you're going to get left behind. And so here I am. I'm like, okay, let's learn. We're just doing this.
Yeah.
And so it's exciting and also a little bit like frightening, but like when you're on the top of a roller coaster, like, but it's gonna be good. It's exciting.
Yeah, and it's actually super. We'll wrap this up here, but it's super key that you kind of have this approach, and because everyone else on your team is probably like super in the crypto, and then you're kind of new, and you're kind of able to give them that fresh perspective of like, hey, maybe this might be like a super nerd crypto thing, and the normie might not that you're a normie or everything, but the person who just got in doesn't understand it,
Yeah. No, it is. It's true. So if they can dumbify it for me to understand, I know that it's simple enough. You know what I mean? Like not in a bad way, but that's the reality is most people just don't know and it's okay. So I'll just do that.
Yeah, for sure. One last thing is where do you guys like plug all your socials? Where do we find you guys? All that stuff.
I'll send you over, Mike.
Yeah.
Are you okay? So I'm on Instagram and I'm seeing two accounts. One is a private one, one is a public one. For Aaron.
Okay.
Which one do we need to
It's
talk to?
happening.
I'll just send you mine here. It's easier. Hamza, you're
Muted, Hamza.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was talking the whole time. Okay, so my business Instagram is Viral with Hamza. My brand Instagram is What Motivated You. And then honestly, like I'm just super excited, man. I'm just super excited, Aaron, and hopefully we can all do something together in the next couple of coming weeks. Definitely, let's stay in touch. Let's see. I think Definity is about to definitely take off. Do you think ICP is going to be top 5 coins in the peak?
This bull run? Probably not, no. I mean, I think it has a lot. I think ICP is one of those blockchains. If I had to kind of give it like a synonym, I don't know if you guys, you guys know basketball, etc. It's like the fucking, it's like the 7-footer who's like, has a ton of potential, but just hasn't reached the potential and is a little uncoordinated with the ball. And you know what I'm saying? But like the potential's there,
It's not enough athletic.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He'll get there.
What?
He'll get better.
No, yeah, well, that's my thing. I think it's a blockchain that has a ton of potential. I think, there's a lot of, I don't need to go on this whole ICP tangent, but I think it has a ton of room to run. Like, it ran from 45 on CoinMarketCap to 15, and now it's sitting around 26. I think he'll pump back up to top 20 eventually. I think he'll hit the liquidity rotation. But it is it's a blockchain with a ton of potential. So I think it is good. I feel like I'm in a good spot being early, and I think Kong Swap is going to kill it. I think we're going to kill it. But yeah, before I go keep talking about ICP some more, if you guys want to, everyone here watching me, you can find my socials all right here. And yeah, thank you to all the guests who showed up.
Where is
Just follow him. You follow you. Everyone should follow you.
Oh yeah, I was saying to follow me. I was like plugging my socials. Like, if you want to follow me right here. What about the rest? Did all you guys plug your socials?
Yeah, they're on the chat.
Okay, cool. All right, awesome. Yeah, so it's been really nice having these guests here. These guys are super smart. I hope if you made it to this point, you should have learned a lot. And definitely go join the community on Telegram and all that. Follow them all on the socials. And yeah, subscribe, and thank you for watching.